What did Matt say? Yes, it is a modular synth off screen. Well, it's a Digitact, but I'm gonna stop it when there's enough people here to stop talking, or for me to start talking. I'll stop it now. Hello. Sometimes I do synth stuff, but I don't know if anybody cares about it's all very it's all very esoteric. I mean, I don't know how many people care about communism either. But yeah, why are you here because of Kush Vlog? I'm very confused about what that could mean. Just because he was on here once? Yes. He was on here once. And it was very fun. Someday he'll come on again. But how is everybody on this, the world has changed. The end of a chera. I sound like I don't know if that's a compliment, if I sound like a female version of Matt. Um, but great. I hope that's good. Um, I mean, I love Matt, so yeah. So it's the end of the Sanchera era, and we're in a new world right now. The last Democratic president has taken the world stage. He is mumbling and stumbling through his inauguration. He didn't fuck up that bad. It could have been a lot worse, to be honest. But he sort of gave his very, very nothing speech, and that's all. Now we're in the zone. We're in the new zone. One thing I wanted to watch. Let's see. Make sure I don't have anything damning opened. One thing I wanted to watch to ring in this incredible and important era where everything is different now, is this video. I thought this was sort of the quintessential, the take, right? The liberal take of what exactly was going on in the mind of the liberal. Let's see if we can pull it up. Is this okay? I thought I had this set up right, but maybe I don't. What's this one? I think I want the browser source. I just want to watch the TV. Just want to watch a dang television. Hang on, we'll figure this out. Which one is this? That. It's crazy you can do this wallpaper? Ooh. The libs are going hog wild. Oh, the chat's back. Damn. This is awesome. There you go. There's the chat. Bernie meme means, I mean, like the Bernie stuff has been really annoying to me, um, just because um I don't like. Here we go. Uh-oh. There we go. Because what the fuck? The Bernie Sanders memes have been extremely annoying because it's like everyone loves him. He's great. He's a real genuine dude who doesn't give a shit about all this, and everyone's like, "Yeah, that's awesome." It's like, "Well, why didn't you vote him for president?" I mean, obviously, I if you're new to this stream, I don't think the reason that Bernie Sanders isn't president is because he no one voted for him. That's not why. The reason is because we had a literal CIA agent run uh opposing him. We had every democratic machinery, every actual lever of power running against him. Um that's why he's not president. And I fear that if they that he maybe Bernie Sanders knows that if he did win, they would have killed him. Um, so let's see if we can watch this. I wanted to show you guys
Dan,
this.
what are your thoughts?
It's
This is okay. Joe Biden is
well, it's easier to
this
be a
today.
parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad. It's
Is it?
easier. It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters.
Okay. I'm not a parent. I have never had a baby. And I don't know if that's true. But babies don't give a shit about who the president is, you dumb piece of shit. Like, what are you talking about? uh Nobody cares what the babies think about Trump. Um that's an insane thing to say, that it's easier to be a parent because Trump was so mean seeming. They don't watch the same show you watch. They watch fucking, Yo Gabba Gabba or whatever's on now. They watch baby shit. They don't care. When I was 8 years old, I didn't give a shit who was the president. As a matter of fact, I don't even know who the president was when I was 8 years old. I'd have to do some math. Probably Clinton. But I mean, he's just it's just another random celebrity. I didn't know the difference between Bill Clinton and Gorbachev. Like, who cares? So that's insane.
Matters. Telling the truth matters.
Wait.
To tell your kids character matters. It matters.
Mm-hmm.
Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters. And it's easier for a whole lot of people.
Uh-huh.
If you're Muslim in this country, you don't have to worry if the president doesn't want you here.
Okay.
If you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry if the president's going to be happier to have babies snatched away or send dreamers.
All right, fuck you, man. So this is where this is where this is what I really wanted to say about this, is that this is obviously a performance. Like, this is a lie, right? This is a paid actor doing North Korea DPRK, not to even smear DPRK, because I bet those people honestly really love Kim Jong-un way more than this guy loves fucking Joe Biden. Like, it's beyond that. It is America has always been what we accuse other countries of being. Like, that's just always been the case from World War II on. But this is absurd. Like, this is, Joe Biden is our glorious leader who, we're like, this is all the CIA lies about the DPRK, right? This is like, now, because Joe Biden is president, because Kamala Harris is the vice president, we can, all the immigrants in the country are gonna rest easy tonight. They're gonna be okay realizing that their president doesn't hate them and he's gonna not stop them at the like what the fuck are you talking about? This is a straight up lie. And I don't, do not be persuaded by his fucking eh, pathetic performance of tears. Like that's horrific. That he's like using this, you know, impa- im- empath bullshit to be like, now the dreamers aren't gonna have to worry. Fuck you, man. Like Joe Biden is not closing the ICE concentration camps. We are a country with concentration camps, bipartisan camps for immigrants. Uh, that is not a question. No one has said that they're going to abolish ICE. They're going to abolish the camps, that we're going to release every immigrant. No, that's not even because this stuff happened before Obama, before this was George W. Bush era, and then strengthened by Obama, and then strengthened by Trump. This isn't. This isn't even a little true. Like, I don't know. I don't know enough about what happened materially to Muslim people in America, for me to say that it's not true about Muslims. Because as far as I know, they have been, the FBI has been, and basically any intelligence agency that I know of is constantly oppressing Muslim people, getting, mentally handicapped Muslim people to, be convinced of blowing themselves up for, ISIS and then arresting them. The sort of bait and switch game that they play. But besides that, I mean, that's still gonna happen, right? Like Joe Biden isn't gonna stop that. That's been happening since before I knew about. I was paying attention to wonk politics. Um, so I don't know what you're talking about, man. Let's continue.
Have babies snatched away or send dreamers back for no reason. This is vindication for a lot of people who have really suffered. The I can't breathe. That wasn't just George Floyd. A lot of people have felt that they couldn't breathe. Every day you're waking up and you're getting these tweets and you just don't know, and you're going to the store.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Like, I can't breathe, if you don't recall, was something that Eric Garner said. And who was president when Eric Garner was killed by police? Chat? Do you know? It was fucking Obama. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Joe Biden was vice president when that slogan was a thing. And the reason was because the cops are evil, and a Gestapo and an occupying military of poor and black people's neighborhoods. And nothing has changed. Obama did dog shit, nothing. Trump obviously didn't do anything, but he never said he was going to. And Biden is also not going to do anything. Thank you, chat. The Bungler. That's correct. Just so cynical. Liar. You're a fucking liar. This isn't a lib. What is it? Backquack Obamilure? Is this French? Like, this isn't a dumb lib who's being honest, right? Like, people get confused because, like, there are people who are very dumb on Twitter who are just, like, really convinced themselves of, like, loving the queen, and, like, yas queening Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi. And, like, there was some tweet about how, or no, it wasn't. It was NPR talking about this, like, woman was having three generations of women in her family going out to brunch to celebrate, Kamala's victory or whatever, and then singing the Hamilton song or whatever. Like, people are brainwashed in a way that America likes to accuse places of, like the DPRK. Really, especially the DPRK. But I mean, the Soviet Union before that, probably China, in some level. Like China at some point, um, at some point, China was more about like, oh, it's a billion brainwashed people who just happen to they're brainwashed into thinking that communism is good. But now it's more like actually everybody is against the government and President Xi is evil or whatever. What do I have? What do I have open? What was I searching? I'm terrible about that fucking OPSEC. Everyone wants to know what I was doing. That is a secret. It's for a project, but it's just pictures of black rocks. If you can look here, I was playing Blasphemous. Thank you for subscribing or something. Sorry, I'm also really bad at finding that. Mafia No Fear, thanks for the follow. Yes, Blasphemous is dope as hell, and I'm playing it. I beat it. I beat it for the second time. I got the true ending, and now I'm on a true Torment, like, New Game Plus run. Which is hard as shit. Yes, I love the extremely violent Catholicism. Anyway, let's hear what Van Jones has to say about this.
And people who have been afraid to show their racism are getting nastier and nastier. So you just don't know. And you're going to the store.
Oh, yeah.
And people who have been afraid to show their racism are getting nastier and nastier to you. And you're worried about your kids. And you're worried about your sister. And can she just go to Walmart and get back into her car without somebody saying something to her? And you spent so much of your life energy just trying to hold it together. And this is a big deal for us just to be able to get some peace.
No, it isn't.
And have a chance for a reset.
Do you really believe
the character
that?
of the country matters. And being a good man matters. I just want my sons to look at this. Look at this. It's easy to do it the cheap way
nasty.
and get away with stuff, but it comes back around. It comes back around, and this is a good day for
What
this
are you
country.
talking
I'm sorry
about?
for the people who lost. For them,
Why?
it's not a good day, but for a whole lot of people, it's a good day.
If you really believed that like fascists and like literal Nazis lost today, why are you sorry? You fucking coward. He's a liar. That's the thing. Is that he's lying. He doesn't think that. He doesn't care. It's absurd. I mean that to me, what I was trying to say was there are a lot of people who are brainwashed on the level that we like to pretend that the DBRK is brainwashed. Hey, I don't know. Maybe they're brainwashed too. I haven't been there. But they do have a lot of nice things. And don't accept all this. I'm not a DPRK, like, yes, they're great. I don't know enough. But don't believe the fucking insane CIA propaganda about it. That's, I think, a very reasonable position, is that it's okay to recognize that not everyone has to get Kim Jong-un's hair, or, they killed 30,000 people because they convicted one guy of a crime, or something like insane shit that's like clearly evidence-free, and just made up. But this, we have proof of. We have proof of them pretending, and that so many people are brainwashed. Like, they are living in a different world, that somehow racism is because the president is mean, not because he did anything, right? Like, what did Trump do to black people that every other president hasn't done, right? Like, obviously nothing. Like, Obama continued the prison industrial complex. He continued funding the military and ICE and Department of Homeland Security. Obviously, what the fuck? but Trump didn't do anything unique to black people. Uh, you know, in terms of, the liberal id poll or whatever, he put Ben Carson in charge of HUD, and he put, I guess Candace Owens wasn't in his cabinet or anything, but like, it's not like no one wasn't elevated to any positions of power. They just didn't like him. He was mean and an asshole, and didn't like perform the mascot of America in the way that they thought was useful. So I was just taken aback by this. Like, this is this is just an absurd display. But yeah, this is the kind of shit that we're gonna have to go through for many years. All right, and I really don't want to. you know, like, I really don't love the idea of like dealing with these fucking people. Um, Someone says Trump decimated black wealth and sent them. That was Obama. And look, I mean, that was also Trump, right? Like, don't. I mean, it's the project of America, right? Like, the project of America is to have an underclass that is broken up of the quote unquote working class, or whatever we have of something considered working class, the consumer class, breaking them up into discrete identities so that um, they can be kept apart from each other, and not help each other. And so we have an underclass that isn't based off of necessarily just their labor, but further oppressed, as like they could basically be treated as slaves. It's ingenious in terms of if you wanted to keep capitalism going, which I don't want. I feel like that should be obvious. Um, but everybody does that. Every president is about, you know, keeping black people as the uniquely oppressed, because it's the narrative of everything. After generations and generations of seeing, a person that looks a certain way as under you, um, they just exploit like a dumb glitch of, hu- human evolution of like, well, that person's different, which in a society that didn't incentivize you to be racist, uh, to think of a person as lower than you, you would kind of learn to get along with each other, and not worry about like very superficial differences. But when when there is slight differences, like superficial differences, it's easier for people who are in power to say that person is different than you and is taking away something good from you. Don't blame me, the person who's actually taking stuff away from you in front of your face, who's not paying you your value, or whatever. Uh, don't worry about them. They are getting something you're not, and you should fucking hate them. And it's sick. It's disgusting. I mean, it's what America's about, is keeping the consuming working class separated. So, did you watch the inauguration? Did everybody watch it? The poem? Did you guys read the poem? It was insane. I don't know if I read the whole poem. What was it? Should we look it up? No, log off. Fine. Maybe I fucking will. No, I wasn't gonna watch it honestly, but then because I thought that some of my other co-hosts for Beep Beep would watch it and we could just like explain it to me. Um, oh, but what you should watch, but I none of them would, none of them did, um, and I had to watch it. Okay, this was great.
There is Paris.
The helicopter passed behind it, not far
Oh
from the
no.
White House. And
Thank you. And saying, you know, if we only worked a little bit, President Mike Pence.
There was an incredible uh the last thing that Trump did. I feel like not enough people saw this, so I want to show you. You know, it's funny. I've been watching a lot of live streams recently, and I have this sense that if I stop talking, people are going to like leave. And I mean, I think that's partially true. Um, because a lot of what I do is ramble. But like, if I just have this other screen, like some people just watch people just look at shit. Isn't that weird?
friend is
Because there was also during the speech they played YMCA. They played YMCA, and they played
Pandemic. Those things are also consistent patterns of this administration.
See, like
Descending the
it's in the
stairs
background.
the
It's
last
not
time.
on
I am really struck by
CBS.
the power of this. Unexpectedly so.
As we
Watch him
mentioned
dance.
in the prepared remarks, he wished the incoming President Biden and the incoming Vice President Kamala Harris, by name, he wished them success. In his off-the-cuff remarks, he wished them
Can
success.
you believe
but
the
just said
power
new
of this?
administration. He did express gratitude to his Vice President, Mike Pence, who, by all reports, they had a very difficult last few weeks.
Told you could bring 5
President-elect, even though they
Yeah, and then they cut it off before he did My Way. But that's literally what he played, I believe. Which is, God, it's so funny. I don't know. I don't know if anybody. I feel like I want to make sure.
voters who
speech 4 years ago today, and he talked about
'Cause they had huge speakers. He did. He said, we'll be back in some form. This is not my final form. Some form or another. You're going to get a little Trump. Going to get a little Trump in your life. So, I don't know. It's crazy because I still don't know if I think this is going to be like, I think mostly things are going to be the same. And, you know, my feeling is that it can only be a good thing that the liberals are torpedoing the ostensibly left party in America. That doesn't seem like a bad thing to me. That seems like anybody who was even like marginally supportive of Biden or Warren or whatever is going to get pushed further, because I think what people are afraid of is like what happened to the country from Bush to Obama. And what happened to the country from W. Bush to Obama was that there was this fervorous hatred of the administration from, liberals, and some kind of interesting awakening stuff, from, like if you watch Fahrenheit 9/11 in the movie theater, and then like a lot of the, loose change and zeitgeist and sort of more conspiracy stuff started becoming more acceptable and normal. People hated the Iraq war. People understood that the administration lied to them. W's, was just tanking. And people who were communists saw Obama as like, oh, interesting. We haven't had someone promising, anti-war, capital gains tax. I mean, I don't think they called it that at the time, but was talking, the shit that Obama promised was very social democratic stuff. Hell yeah, him sicko mode. I don't know. He did a highlighting. I think that means that it cost money or something. I'm not really sure what bits are. Sorry, I'm not the best at Discord or Twitch. I don't even know what it's called. Anyway. And I think what happened was lots of people who, were like, okay, well, hey, if the Democrats are like, look, it kind of took the form of, well, Democrats have spent the last 8 years on the back foot. Everyone hates the Republicans. This was my first election, by the way. Actually, no, I voted in the Bush-Kerry election. I think before that. But I was 18 years old. I didn't know what was going on. I think I might have voted for Bush. I really didn't know what was going on. I don't remember. My dad was very Republican, and I was like, who should I vote for? I might have voted for Bush. I don't really remember. I might have been like, fuck you, Dad, and wrote in something. Because I was also very edgy at that time. I was a very goofy child. And I was like, I want to have the chat, but I don't want to leave this open. Whatever. Yeah, you're welcome. This was the second Bush one. So it was either... Yeah, because Bush and Gore was first. I didn't get to vote for Gore, who I would have voted for Gore, because at least he had some sort of understanding that we had to do something. But yeah, the one right after that was Kerry, and Kerry just seemed like a dipshit and a bad guy, and Bush, and I didn't know anything about anything, so I might have done a write-in, but I don't know who it would have been for. Was Nader running then? I might have voted for Nader. It doesn't matter. The point is that the first time I was paying attention, that I knew anything, and because at the time I didn't have like any real politics. In 2008, I would say that I had some kind of semblance of politics. I believed that capitalism was bad, and I knew what capitalism was, rather than like when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was like, capitalism is bad, and by that I mean business people, because they're lame. Business people are lame. In 2008, I understood, I had read enough Marx and Engels and Lenin to sort of understand that capitalism was bad. I wasn't sure if the Soviet Union was good, and I was very thinking like anti-authoritarianism was reasonable, which I don't think that anymore, because it doesn't mean anything. It's made up. But the point of this is that what happened is that I did understand that capitalism was bad, and I didn't want it to exist, and I thought, okay, Obama seems like a good guy who is saying really, really like social democratic stuff. And, you know, as a communist, like pushing towards social democracy is still good. Like, yeah, it's not, you know, breaking the sort of like actual contradiction, but, you know, sure, I want, you know, to end the war. Ending war is always good. Ending, you know, coming back on materialism, and then you know, or not materialism, sorry, Obama was talking about pulling back our imperialist behavior, and that was crazy at the time, and lots of people were scared of it and writing crazy things, being like, this is an FDR all over again or whatever. Yeah, and saying that he was a socialist and stuff, saying he was a communist. People were yelling, like Alex Jones was like yelling about how Obama was a communist or whatever. So it was a weird time. But what happened is that when Obama was elected, all of the people, if there was any energy on the like left, which if people say like the left doesn't exist, you have to understand, in 2008, people didn't know that there was anything further left. Like I remember saying that I was a communist. I was actually, that I like, people got so mad at me, like really mad, like would like stop talking to me. Like I started changing what I said to anarcho-syndicalist for a long time because it was so obscure and esoteric that people were like, what does that mean? And I could sort of explain to them what exactly. The Daily Show was the furthest left people had any understanding of, or Trots. Like, and those people were like insane. And so, you know, besides like the one friend I had who was also a communist, like, and we would talk, you know, sincerely and openly about it. Like, it was a really weird time. And so Obama was this thing where like the energy just got sapped out of everything. And, you know, when the financial collapse happened and, you know, every liberal was like, well, it's not Obama's fault. Like, and then like when he bailed out the banks, it was like, well, okay, you know, he's got to do this. And, he's got to do this because it's his first term. It, you know, in retrospect, he didn't do anything. And then for 8 years, it felt like a lot of the energy got sapped into like gay marriage or, you know, sort of Occupy just deflated. And like, I feel like people are really afraid that people are going to get complacent again. And I don't think that that's possible, is my point. People are having an interesting conversation in the chat. Your dad said we're going 2 more clicks to socialism. Okay. And they didn't like that? I remember when the Young Turks was leftist. Weird. I don't know what the other guys is. Isn't that a Will Ferrell movie? Anyway, I think that people are afraid that what's going to happen is that people are going to be like so tired of politics, you know, in the same way that they're tired of, you know, being mad at Bush, that, you know, everything's going to go back to normal. But that, I think, is a very bad reading of the material conditions of 2021. Because what we have is record unemployment and homelessness. There's a fucking pandemic going on, and 400,000 people died already. And like every single state is fucking up the vaccine. Lots of the country doesn't trust the vaccine. Even reasonable people like myself, like, not saying it's, you know, nanobots or Bill Gates is gonna fuck you up with it or whatever, but I don't know if it's safe. Like, there's really no reason to trust like Pfizer or Moderna. Huge, you know, I believe that it is in their interest to keep the side effects to the point that it would be pretty rare for anything really bad to happen. Like, it is necessary for them because, you know, they really want this to be like, we came in and did a great thing. I said this earlier. Old people really be like, I'm not in the right headspace to respond to information that is real and based in facts you can easily look up and quote, I worked all day and I'm tired, go away, don't. Well, sure. But I think that what I'm saying is that when Obama was president, it's like, okay, I'm fine. There's totally fine you know, there is a completely fine world around me that I can be in my bubble. Um, and not worry about it. That is not really the case anymore for a ton of people. Um, the people who would have said that in, the Obama era, because that's the thing, is that what I'm saying is it's like outrage doesn't do anything. you know, outrage isn't, if you tell people to be mad, like, who cares? What are you going to do about it? What is going to happen? And I think it's totally reasonable to just be burnt out, but there isn't a safe space to go to, right? Like there's no, if you lost your house, if you are homeless, because of COVID, if you lost your job and you're doing TaskRabbit or whatever, a lower class citizen, and there isn't just going like, well, the pandemic's over and I'll just go back to my old job and, just worry about, get distracted and stopping outrage. Like what I'm saying is a lot more people aren't going to be able to do that. A lot more people than Obama materially are much worse off than when Obama came into power because of the government's, because of the gradual failing of the state to manage the working class. And I mean everybody who makes under like $200,000 when I say working class. Like everyone who's not in media and isn't a politician or a multimillionaire who's not in the, so they haven't done that. No, that's what I'm saying. It's a good thing. It is good. Right? That's the sort of meme, right? But I don't think that's really going to be possible because people have had people die in their family. People have lost their jobs. People are, yeah, exactly. I have been accused of being PMC when I make $28 an hour. Like, I mean, I feel like I've gone over this enough. But that's one of the reasons I think that like the PMC is yet another way to stratify the working class. I'm not, right? Like I'm someone who's been poor my whole life, homeless for part of my life, like, for a short amount of time. Like I've been really scraping, like balancing on the poverty line my whole life. But now I have a very decent income and, from, making what I make. And I think that people have this very knee-jerk reaction to, and it's a very American thing, that if you have something I don't have, you're in a different class than me. You are not like me. You haven't survived. And I mean, even the fact that I have to sort of like pause and tell you like I'm not a rich person, or like I'm not very rich, or I have comfortable life because of some very, savvy grifts that I've pulled within the last couple of years. That is a very American thing, that because I have something that's, I'm not on the street, or I'm not like I don't have to share an apartment with, an immigrant family, that I'm sort of like, I'm, in a different class, or I can't be working class, or I can't organize. And I feel like that is cop brain, right? That's liberal. That's Fed brain that's being like, hey, you're not like me, you're not allowed. And that's the same kind of liberal id poll that they use to stratify the working class. Like, sure, if you have decided to be in HR, or, you know, you're abusing the sort of like managerial, like, people like to draw the line at like, oh, well, if you have hiring and firing powers, or you're a manager, you can, you know, ruin someone's life that way, then you aren't like me or whatever. But like, I mean, sometimes those same people, depending on the industry, will be, you know, will stand on the same side of the picket line as you, you know? And like, you know, if your manager is like, yes, we should unionize, then they are working class. You know, they're the same as you. Like, you know, like, people need to watch fucking Sorry to Bother You. Like, yes, you can get sort of used by the ruling class to sort of like stratify your, you know, your comrades, but like that doesn't mean it's necessary that that's the case all of the time. And we don't really have, you know, until push comes to shove, in terms of like someone unionizing, then there isn't really, you can't really say like that person is the bad people. We shouldn't even approach them. We shouldn't even talk to them or whatever, because they're working for the man or whatever. Like, you really need to look at everybody as like, even if that guy owns a boat dealership, or that person owns a McDonald's franchise, or that person owns a bodega, or, you know, they're mortgaging their house, or they're, you know, like these are like piddly shit. You know, this is piddly, you know, people trying to fucking scrape by often, a lot of the times. I've known people who had their own companies, were business owners, who were like living in shitty apartments, and were paying thousands of dollars to landlords on their rent and on their business's rent, and they had no employees. You know, so it's like, well, what part of this isn't working class? Just because he rents a storefront and then like peddles wares, like, that guy isn't gonna be like, yeah, fuck landlords, and like, you know, that guy might join you. You can't make those assumptions exactly. It doesn't, like, the class analysis that we need to have in America needs to be based on, I mean, it needs to be based, but it needs to be based on material reality. Because someone's talking about Mao landlord memes. All right. I have to go on Podem America's stream right now, so that I'm going to go, this is going to stay up. And then you're going to see Alex and Anders and Jake on this part of the screen. So you can stay here, or you can you can go to Poddam. I think I'm going to go on their stream. But this is going to stay. But I'm going to run to the bathroom. And then so you can leave or you can stay, but it'll be the same thing, I think. Hopefully I'll figure it out. But Anders is gonna send me a link. We'll figure it out. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Stay. Actually, just don't leave. Just hang on a second. You should hear them. Okay. Let me see. You know there's emotes now, right? I wonder if I'll be able to stream both. If I disappear... Did I disappear? Can you hear me? If I disappear... Yeah, it seems like I'm frozen. I think that's because I'm using Zoom and I think it's because I'm using Zoom and they want to, let's see. There you go. They're using Zoom and they want to... I'm changing the color. Yeah, so I'm gonna go hang out with them for a little while. Anyway, dude, it's so DIY. What else would it be? there's no company here. It's just me. Did I interact much with union people working in film? Yeah, everyone was in a union. The unions are strong, but they're also weird. No, there's different kinds of emotes now. How do you do them? I think you go... Yeah, look. He's a little CIA guy and he's giving you a thumbs up. And then... this one. JFK. And then... Alan Dulles. Those are the three ones. No, it's Alan Dulles. Oh, is JFK Young Chomsky? I'm trying to tell them that I'm in the waiting room. Sorry, my video froze. I'm not really sure why that happened. And I think that I'm going to have to add some kind of... Here we go. Whoops. There you go. So whenever they let me in, then we'll be talking with Poddam. Maybe I'll check on my phone to see if they're like transitioning or something. But anyway, what was I talking about? Talking about my way? No, not that kind of transitioning. Like if they're going like, oh, we know, we got, maybe they have enough. I bet they have a different guest. That's kind of what I meant. God, I'm hungry. I should have eaten. Oh, boy.
Really?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy Jake's birthday.
Happy
Happy
Jake's
birthday, Bren.
birthday.
Thank you for joining us for the 46th annual presidential my birthday. I have to rearrange.
Remember Jefferson? That
It's
shit
okay,
was
I can
nuts.
hide.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it really your birthday?
Yeah, my birthday's inauguration day. 4 years ago, it was when they inaugurated Trump. It was really a lot of fun. This one's all good.
Why is it not good? Because it's COVID?
It's fucking boring. Like I kind of talked about this already, but the Trump one was awesome because everyone was just like, everyone who went out to a bar that night was like, bartender, kill me. You know?
I want death. That's great. But yeah, this one does suck because you can't hang out with anybody. You can't immiserate. We have to do this kind of stuff.
People
My
were
birthday's
drinking
in April.
champagne.
I'm gonna be pissed if I have 2 COVID birthdays.
Oh.
My birthday is the same date as the assassination of Franz Ferdinand.
Really?
So we'll have to do
Oh,
live
it's a
stream for that.
test. It's a test for me.
I'm gonna dress up as Gavrilo de Principe for your next
yeah?
birthday.
A little black Joe Biden glove.
I'm too horny. I can't be in the room for this.
Yeah, this is so strange.
Ooh, I'm the Black Hand.
Okay. I got you. You're on the screen with us now. Hello,
Oh,
Brent
nice.
Glover from BB Lettuce.
Hello.
Well done.
Beep, beep.
I'm also streaming this on my side.
Oh, cool.
Whoa.
On
That must be confusing.
yeah, for for twitch.tv/dullcare is my stream that I've just been rambling about basically the same stuff we're going to talk about, I'm sure.
You could
I wouldn't be sure of that based on what has happened on the stream so
Yeah,
far.
we're playing Kill Fuck Mary with
Oh.
Pelosi, Kamala, and Klobuchar.
Okay, I can do this. Honestly, kill Pelosi
Okay.
for me.
Sure.
Not attractive, very ugly, evil, extremely evil.
Oh,
Evil,
she's
yeah.
hot.
You
No,
can't
no,
even have
it's
evil
not.
in the conversation for this dynamic. It's not part of it.
That's true. They're all evil. So wait, so
Klobuchar,
you think that
Kamala.
Pelosi's hot?
I do,
Yeah,
yes.
she's got the big old titties.
I don't
This
care
is
about
weird to
it's
go
that
on,
doesn't do it for me.
She has an
Um,
android's body by now, is what you have to consider. I was pointing out that she'd be like a
Well.
Frankenstein woman.
But I mean,
Nah.
you know, who doesn't want a fucking android? That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she might be a sexy Frankenstein woman. It's a real
And she's
possibility.
like,
Yeah, that
mean.
song.
You know what I mean? She's
Yeah.
very,
Sexy
like,
Frankenstein woman.
Do you like that, Anders?
yeah,
You like
I
a mean
little,
bitch?
I like a little bossy, little bossiness in the bedroom.
And then I guess I would fuck Klobuchar, but only because I don't want to marry her because she seems even meaner than Kamala.
Yeah.
So
She's too
marry
mean.
Kamala.
No one wants to marry her. No one wants to marry her, and it's sad.
No,
There's
she's
probably
so, she's so mean.
She's too mean.
Yeah, she like it's weird. She's not, but she reminds me of like the angry mom from like Malcolm in the Middle, like a working class Roseanne type of angry mom. But she's rich, so she can't deal
Right.
with that.
It's all performance, and that's
Is
even
she
more.
rich?
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
there's some consensus.
I've seen
consensus
a
here.
photo coming from Minnesota. I would see her husband. They would do the pictures of her and her husband, and they really do look like Fargo, like from the movie.
It's always him, like ah.
Oh, by the way,
he looks like Francis McDormand's husband in Fargo. It's like a spitting image.
Brent, if you want to watch the stream along with us, I'm also streaming NBC's stream. The link is in the chat.
Ooh,
You can just open
okay.
it and turn the sound off so you can see what we're making fun of and shit.
Now
Right
it's
now,
Tim McGraw,
is playing.
or
I
as
hope
we
he-
call him, Kenny Chesney.
I hope Nelly comes out. That'd be cool. If they
Nelly?
play- Tim McGraw and Nelly.
Oh, right, country grammar.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought you said Bailey, like big structural Bailey.
Yeah.
I hope Bailey comes out.
If Elizabeth Warren had won, they would have had to keep Bailey alive and done a float for her for the inauguration. That would
Is
have been
Bailey not alive?
No, she died, and I think it was because
dog?
Warren didn't want her anymore. Yeah,
Get the fuck out of
When?
Yeah. It was like early
Russian
summer.
disinformation. Russia does not want us to know
No,
that Bailey is
died.
alive.
Big structural Bailey died. Let's see if Bailey has a Wikipedia page.
I feel
Wouldn't
so
it be funny if
bad
there's
about
just
that
a
for some
giant
reason.
gravestone?
Well,
'cause
he's
it's
a
like a huge.
He's a cute dog. It's just, I wouldn't want Bailey to die.
I didn't realize he was running at the end of his life.
I made a joke about her shooting Bailey on Twitter, and I got a crazy.
I remember that.
They were so
Apparently, because he is dead.
There's an investigation.
Take it back. Factual error in my joke. Can't shoot a dead dog.
You can't.
Can't shoot a dead dog.
That's how you can't kill a dead dog.
Yeah.
That's what the trick
That
is all about.
that's a Peck and Paw movie, I think.
Structural dogs.
Yeah. Can't kill a big structural dog.
The dog of reform lives on.
So this is
in
some
a
kind of
joint task committee.
Oh, it does have a Wikipedia page.
wow. They put in the chat.
Ooh.
Bailey, dog.
Bailey is a dog.
Parenthesis dog.
Yep. Pet dog. Bailey played a role in Warren's 2020 presidential campaign.
Was Bailey a golden retriever?
I
'Cause
think
those-
so, right? Yes.
Those things fucking explode when they die. They're like
Really?
not long for this world.
What?
They explode? What does that mean?
Well, the thing about dogs and dog breeds is they're all inbred to the point where you get something that looks a specific way, and that's how you get like races of dogs or whatever. It's not natural, and so you get pugs that like can't breathe out of their nose their
Right.
entire lives. And the thing with golden retrievers is a lot of them have like intense internal organ issues that at some point just like end everything. My friend
Yeah.
Nico's dog like had a reservoir dog scene in the back of his car when he was like a teenager.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Wow. The dog having a reservoir dog. Wow.
He was just like freaking out in the back and like spitting blood everywhere and shit.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm wrong. Bailey, I guess, is still alive. They did have another dog that died in
Oh.
2012.
You son of a bitch.
You broke everyone's heart and then you pull it away.
Lying for attention on Jake's birthday.
Bailey,
It's not your birthday.
Bailey didn't kill himself. Bailey's still alive. There's a
Did
body
not kill
though.
himself. Bailey ain't going away.
Those golden retrievers are like British royalty. Like they're like inbred, so they're all fucked up, which is weird because they don't know that they're like special, but they're kind of blue bloody. They don't even get
They
to
don't
be
know.
Yeah, they don't even get to have privilege.
Yeah.
Just the inbreeding.
Yeah.
They get a nice fur coat.
My
That's kind of privilege in a
my
way.
dad is also my grandpa.
It's
I
just
read a story
normal.
once. The vet was talking about this. He's like, yeah, when people bring in like these golden retrievers, their fucking hips are all fucked up from like inbreeding and shit. And then like you go outside, you see like a mutt, like a street dog, and he said he found one time that had been shot in the head with an arrow, and it was just like what's up?
Wait, was it sticking out of its head?
Yeah, it was like I think this is an old Vice story I read a long time ago. They like interviewed a guy. It's like, yeah, I found this dog with an arrow, like not like Steve Martin, but like forehead.
Straight through, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like smiling and shit.
Poor baby.
But apparently, I don't give a shit.
What happened to Elizabeth Warren though? She didn't
Yeah,
get
where is she?
anything.
She was there today at the inauguration.
Yeah. What kind
I
of
didn't see her.
jacket
Yeah, what
was
was
she
she-
wearing?
I'm guessing something very expensive. Did you guys watch the Trump flying away to Frank Sinatra's My Way?
Yeah.
I missed the My Way part, but we
I
saw
saw
the
it.
video of the helicopter. We should have looked out the window. 'cause
But
we
that's
probably could've seen it.
apparently what they were really playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that totally makes sense. That's,
And he did it his way.
Shocking.
It's also 100% true.
That's so
It's
corny.
absolutely true.
It would have been cool if he just played like Death Grips or something.
Double helix.
Cut my life into pieces. I am no longer president.
He made like videos with Linkin Park and shit in them. I know he didn't personally make that decision, but it's
But
in
that
his,
was a great one, yeah.
it
The
could have been possible.
the Inception Linkin Park mashup was.
Doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Oh, I really want to.
Unreal.
I really want to know what the letter said that
Oh yeah.
Trump left Biden, because that's a tradition that he actually followed. And it seems like Obama left him a nice one, so maybe he followed suit.
And he
but-
showed it to everyone
Yeah, he would
when they
brag
would
about
come
it.
over to the White House.
Oh, that's so funny.
I remember that.
I'm sorry. I kind of want to hear the Obama talking head thing. Is that George Bush? Oh, they're all socially distancing. This sucks.
Yeah, where's Jimmy? No Jimmy Carter.
And do what we do best, which is try to make a more perfect union. It's exciting.
Perfect union.
We gotta not just listen to folks we agree with, but listen to folks we don't.
Ugh.
And
What? Wait.
now is the
He
inauguration.
wants us to listen to folks we disagree with. I've
Yeah.
never.
Peace and
It looks like
generosity
Slender
that
Man.
President Bush
I would advise learning no lessons from the past or using those lessons for the future.
have fierce disagreements.
Who's the? Oh, it's W. Oh,
Each other's
That's got to be W.
yeah, it's W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as
I like how
Oh,
the
it's
only
Jimmy
way.
Carter.
There's no Jimmy Carter. What the hell happened?
I think if America
Jimmy Carter is on a ventilator somewhere. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
he's not okay.
Yeah.
He's very old. It's true. That was funny in the Biden book we read when he was.
everybody needs to get off the high horse,
Somebody needs to get off a high horse.
try to make it possible. If
It's so amazing to watch this like panel of people who fucking view you as insects, just in conversation with each other.
Oh, but they also view it. They're like coming together to trash Trump. Like that's probably what they did all day was gossip.
Yeah, they probably just talk shit.
inaugural speech, and
It's kind of fucked up. Joe Biden is older than George Bush. I don't know how to explain it, but it
I
just
think
feels
he's.
not correct.
Is he also older than Clinton? Yes, he definitely is. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn,
Yeah,
this sucks.
78.
He's older than all of these guys.
He's the oldest president to ever take office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet
So
they're
who's-
getting him full like HGH shit.
But he's like
His hairline's fucked up.
he's older than 3 out of 4 ex-presidents.
Damn, that's old.
He's
How
not.
old?
Actually, 4 out of 5 now because
are-
he's also older than Trump.
We are getting Kamala Harris, Madam President. That's gonna happen.
You think so?
Slay Queen.
Slay Queen.
in
I-
any ways that
Yeah.
we can as citizens.
His hair is fake. He went bald in the 90s, and
You
then he
guide
just
our
showed up
country
one day with his
forward.
current
We should
hairline,
watch
and it's like
Yeah.
purely a rug.
It's like a chia pet.
Yeah.
But that was funny when we were in the book we read about Biden, where he was campaigning for Jimmy Carter, and he was like, "Jimmy Carter is not the best thing since hotcakes. He is not that charismatic. He's not that fun, but he'll get the job done.
Oh
The
man.
job of inducing a recession needlessly."
What an
Have you guys
endorsement.
noticed Tom Hanks is wearing black gloves like he's going to assassinate someone?
They're
and
all
would
wearing
take-
those murder gloves.
That's
What is
rich
that?
people cold gloves. Is that
Katy
Ellen?
Perry?
Oh,
Yeah, I thought
Why
it was
does
Ellen.
nobody-
Ellen.
That's Ellen.
Musical guest.
She has a new look.
Ellen looks great. I just want to be the first to say I,
You got
I
some
love
serious-
the energy ride at Disney.
Well, there was still some bronzer left over in the White House from Trump, so they put that on Ellen, slapped it on her, and
Wait, who is it? Pink?
I know it's
It's
Katy
not
Perry.
pink, no.
Katy Perry.
Oh wow! I thought
Is
this
this
was
Ariel Pink?
Yeah.
That's Katy Perry.
I think so. Is it not?
Shinra Fight Simulator. No one's
Demi. It's Demi Lovato.
Oh shit, I have no idea who that is.
All right, everybody, calm down. It's just
Oh.
Demi Lovato.
Everyone simmer down.
It's not Katy Perry.
This
Yeah,
is
Dancing
exactly
with
what.
essential workers.
Yeah, that's exactly what essential workers need right now.
Demi
like-
Lovato.
Yeah, just like they have like 85 patients who are on the precipice of death, and someone from the government's like, "Excuse me, we really need you to do some killer licks on the guitar right now
Yeah,
outside
Jam.
the hospital." Yeah.
I just got a page to do that.
By the way, we're shutting down your hospital.
Yeah,
She
some
looks like
some
a Tim and Eric character, like with the short suburban lady haircut.
and the sunrise in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like it was on like an 80s like video image producer.
The aesthetic is like I'm about to try to sell you like tanzanite diamonds and one morning.
It's not a sunrise, it's sundown for Joe Biden.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna go re-up my K supply real quick, but I'll be RB.
You gonna hit a
Go,
kratom?
yeah,
Yeah,
take
he's gonna
the
go
train
get
to
some
K
kratom.
Street.
Doing
Yeah.
irresponsible amounts of legal drugs.
Yeah, it's not really legal, but
I want to do a popper, but Sean he took my poppers to do on his stream. He's been doing
Aw.
poppers streaming, and he's out of town, so I'd have to go find him in his room. So I don't think I want to do it.
Why
But
not?
I was about
find
to
it
ask, is
interesting.
Sean streaming next to you in this house on a different stream?
He's in a different room, but
That's-
what I'm getting at is I'm worried. Poppers, you can't do them that often. I'm worried he's doing hours of poppers and streaming at the same time and killing brain cells.
Yeah.
that's nuts. How does that help you stream too? If you're just dizzy.
Gets you in the zone.
If you want to take a shit,
Yeah.
open you
Bring
wide
over
up.
the poppers, Sanders. They're near all the other drugs.
Go to the drugs drawer.
Well,
Yeah.
the prescription drugs.
It's directly next to the knife drawer.
Yeah.
Open the manila envelope that says Jake's birthday. Just take whatever's in there.
Oh, someone did Rosie the Riveter. Wait, hold on. What the fuck?
Who is Joe Biden dancing with? Whose baby is that?
What was that Rachel Dolezal person?
Yeah.
Did she sneak
That's
in
not
here? Is
real.
this a
What the
redemption
fuck?
for her?
Why are they CGIing the TV onto? Why is Joe Biden holding a baby?
It's gonna
must
be a grandbaby. A
great
grandbaby.
grandbaby.
A grandbaby.
A grandbaby. Party in the Oval Office, though. That's not a super spreader event. How are they not all getting COVID?
But they all have rapid testing at the White House.
I feel
If
like
there's a vaccine, I mean, he's got.
And
I
he
feel like he has it.
He already took the vaccine. I watched the videos.
He did?
You didn't do your civic duty
Then why are
and watch Biden get poked.
then why are they wearing masks?
Why
I
were
don't-
all of the presidents social distancing if they all got the shit?
They
It's setting a good.
It's impossible for them to
message.
have or get COVID. So they're
Yeah.
just it's completely performative, I guess, because
Yeah.
they're the good team that believes in
Yeah.
science.
Is this
You have to
Katy
set an
Perry?
example.
This one is Katy Perry, which now I don't feel that bad for mixing them up because it's like pretty similar.
Yeah.
Going
They
on.
look exactly
Was she
the
doing
same.
firework?
She looks like what was that stunt guy that used to jump a motorcycle over?
Evil
like a
Knievel?
Yeah,
She looks like Evil Knievel. You're saying?
She does. She's dressed like him.
gloves.
Oh, there's fireworks.
I'm not gonna argue with you on your birthday.
Oh, fireworks.
We don't hear these fireworks out here. Do you?
Do you not think she looks like Evil Knievel?
Oh, we can hear the fireworks.
She's
Oh,
she's
weird.
easily as beautiful as Nancy Pelosi.
This is the FBI's part of the show where they're lighting off all the fireworks that they kept from the summer.
Yeah.
These should have been over the Jersey. Should have been over the Hudson River.
Yeah.
I'm
This is
sorry.
for you,
Something
Jake.
about fireworks just takes my breath away. I have nothing to say on stream while these beautiful blasts
Explosions.
fly into the sky.
The rocket's red blare. The red rocket.
The red rockets, red glare. Bailey the dog.
People are banging pots and pans out here.
Oh, really?
Really?
It's a sad amount of pots and pans.
What a terrible city you live in.
That's- oh my
you-
God. Next door was lit.
Because you're in D.C., right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Everybody was losing their minds after the Capitol insurrection.
Did you go?
To the insurrection?
Yeah.
To break into the Capitol? No, I did not.
I
Shame.
killed the police chief.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah, but they're just like, people like, are you
Crime
scared?
reigns.
What do I wear to look more conservative? Like flaming gay guy asks on Nextdoor.
What did he get? Did he wear a suit?
MAGA hat.
Yes, well, a lot of people in the chat recommended
Flannel?
khakis. Khakis and like a navy or a button down.
Or like any
Punisher skull shirt or something.
yeah. Or a real tree hat.
Yeah.
Oakley
Wait, was he worried he was going to get gay bashed by the rioters?
Yeah.
All right.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah, a lot of people were hoarding food. They were worried that there was going to be like a second wave.
This is a fundamental misunderstanding of what the
Of
Capitol riot
everything,
was.
Yeah.
I do like the story happening in the person's head though, where they're like, "Quick, I need an Ed Hardy shirt for my life."
I'm buying a motorcycle. I'm dating Carmen Electra. We have similar taste in crafts.
I'm smoking cigars and drinking whiskey.
Also, like, oh, can someone help me look bad? I simply don't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
I couldn't turn off a room if I tried.
But that is
yeah.
such a very like liberal thing to do, is just be like, oh, something bad is happening to the halls of power. I bet they're coming for me because of my
Yeah.
oppressed identity. Like no
Yeah,
one gives
some
a shit
people-
about you, man.
They are going off with these fireworks. I'm sorry, but look at that.
A lot of people left town too. They were just like, I'm going to my cabin in the woods.
You have a cabin in the woods?
I don't.
If you have a cabin in the woods, why not go?
Why aren't you there
That's as
all
good
the
an
time?
indication as that.
Why are you here at all?
2 houses. Yeah, yeah. It's been very histrionic here. People, I see tweets from people who are like, I've lived in Washington D.C. for 7 years and I've never felt this much intensity. It's like, where? I don't like you go to Trader Joe's and people are like a little more pushy. Like I
Right,
don't,
we are
I
still
don't know
stuck
what
in our
the-
houses, right? It's not
Yeah.
just me. Am I the only one still doing this?
I still think that sometimes.
Yeah, everybody's hanging out without you.
That's definitely true.
Kristen Wiig.
Musical
Wow.
guest.
The way they had Tom Hanks standing on that lawn in the dark, he looked like the guy who hosts Unsolved Mystery. Like he was supposed to be speaking very intensely and scary.
Is there credits? What the fuck is happening?
Kamala
credit for what?
Harris.
I don't know.
Yeah. The
It was-
SNL voiceover comes on.
The FBI.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I was
By George Soros.
I was shocked how much the inauguration this morning looked like a Academy Awards, where like Klob was doing different like costume changes and like coming out between musical guests. It was very
Right.
like an awards
It's
show.
Biden, bitch.
Yeah.
She
So
should
you watched the inaugural event? We were all sleeping.
I did. I watched it all.
2008.
I wa-
Anything cool happen?
No.
What were
Yeah.
the highlights?
So the
Yeah.
big highlights were the really awful poem. There was like they welcomed to the stage a poet, quote unquote poet laureate.
Oh,
who was-
Amanda something.
Yeah, she looked like a
Poor
12-year-old, but apparently she was like 22 or something.
She's a beautiful woman.
But
She's hot.
Yeah, she slayed.
I love her. She writes poems.
But her poem was,
There she is. Wait, she's on the screen. All
All
right, it's
right.
over.
I didn't see it.
I missed it.
here's the
Go
coup.
on.
Here's the fascist
bother?
coup.
So what
Well,
was
she was the part before the coup.
Yeah.
She's not part of the coup.
Yeah. We just want footage of the coup right now.
She did a poem about if Hillary Clinton was at brunch right now, and that's how we started. the
Yeah.
year.
Remember when
My
they
mom
took
loved
different
it.
powers? They took over, and then now it's different people are in power now because of the coup that happened.
Right.
I did a shit post about this earlier, but it is funny imagining Hillary Clinton winning a second term and being like, "We will rebuild Syria." For democracy.
We're building it back.
Yeah, dude, she definitely would have picked off like one small voice in the room, been like, "You're getting it. You're getting the bombs."
But the poem was very like, it was one of those things where it was just an essay or just a regular speech, but when you read it, it's spaced strangely. So that's a poem now.
It's like House of Leaves.
Yeah, it's like in different squares.
Yeah.
You have to fold it over to read it.
And it was just like optimistic about America.
It was like where we, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president only to find herself reciting for one. Shit like that.
How much of this is just you being angry as a lyricist, though, Bryn?
Yeah.
I mean,
you
she
just
didn't-
are also a poet.
She
It doesn't
didn't
count.
write anything. She didn't say anything.
Yeah, it sounds too meta.
It was dumb and it sucked.
It was bad.
Zaid, the activist, got into Yale for just writing Black Lives Matter like 600 times.
Dude, that is so cool.
I do respect the shit out of that. That's a boss move.
Just not trying.
Yeah, I'd like to see you reject me for writing Black Lives Matter 600 times. Let's see
I
how
think
you
just
look.
didn't want to go to that school, I thought.
Yeah, the real poem there is like the CV where she like talks about like in a world where police just hate people, like what do words even mean? So I just thought I'd use the words that are the only ones that matter right now, which is Black Lives Matter.
Masterful.
Aw.
A
That's-
much
that's the
smarter
real
18-year-old
poem,
than
yeah.
I was, for sure. I would love if they had the poet laureate and it's just Eminem doing the Trump diss again.
It's a very hot coffee pot.
Awfully hot coffee pot. Donald Trump is gone, is he not?
That's how he gets his rocks off, and he's orange.
Yeah.
I do remember hearing a story about a kid who was rejected from Rice University and then sent them a poem that was like, wouldn't it be nice if only I'd gotten into Rice? And they were like, let's get him in this class. That was brilliant.
It would be nice.
So nice, they named it Rice.
Oh God.
Well, I don't know why
Yes,
they did that.
Kamala.
Wait, so
Get
they're
it.
just playing clips from earlier today? I thought there was going to be new content.
In case you missed it.
You
Was that
saw the
end of
credits.
What's happening? Does Biden have to go to sleep now? What's?
Oh yeah, I bet
He's 80 years old.
he must.
He
be
has
so
to
fucking
wake
old.
up on time.
Yes.
We said earlier, like there's so much euphoria and adrenaline and just all kinds of, like this has been his dream since he was like a child.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
he's
so
freaking
his-
out, and having like weird ayahuasca catharsis right now.
Yeah.
This has been
Yeah.
his dream since he strangled a dog in the street at a young age.
I dreamed about this a couple weeks ago when I was trying to pull my dog's tail naked after I got out of the shower.
Power concedes to nothing but power. And I'm the god of man.
I'm a ray of sunlight.
I'm very into giving him the Dr. Manhattan speeches.
Yeah, that's really good.
In Biden voice.
I've had
We're
enough
tired
of
of these people.
I grow tired of these people.
Being caught up in their lives.
Well, I don't know about you guys. I spent a big part of this morning rolling around in bed, just fantasizing if things had gone the other way for Bernard.
Bernie would have wore the same thing.
Yeah, he probably would have worn the same outfit. But
I
what,
think he would have had to wear a suit. They probably wouldn't
You
have
think
let
so?
him. I mean, I
Sir,
think
you have to wear the suit.
it's hard to imagine.
Okay, but I'm keeping the mittens.
You would have gotten inaugurated in that suit blazer they give you if you show up to a fancy restaurant in like a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
It has a crest on it. It's like, what is this? What is this crest?
It's a silk screen tux.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they would have just killed him. I don't even. They wouldn't allowed to. He's not allowed to win.
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah.
Who would his vice president be? That's the fun question.
Ooh.
I still think that he was trying to pick Nina Turner.
That would have
That would have been great. I mean, and then it has the whole thing of like, sure, kill me and enjoy President Nina Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope she's gonna run in. Well, she's running for Congress, which I hope she wins. But
she's running.
I think someone's gotta
They could have
do a
called
primary challenge.
Their ticket turn and burn. That would have been cool.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Texas is in the bag.
Yeah, turn one and you burn one.
I'm voting for turn burn.
It's turn and burn versus River Bitch.
Rashida Tlaib would have been great, but I don't think that she. I think she would have been hated by the media.
No, he wanted her as treasury.
Really?
Yeah,
How do you know?
because that's what people were
She
reporting.
just
Really?
knows.
That would've been
She
awesome.
just knows.
But I think somebody's got to run in 2024. I wonder
Yeah.
if
Be the change,
anybody's going to be up
Anders.
to it. I don't know if I'll even be legal yet, but
Are you gonna run?
Can't you do math and just find out?
Well,
if
Well,
you'll
it's gonna be
legal?
a weird
we have
TV
to check
person
that.
again.
How old do you have to be?
35.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
Oh, I'll
if it's
be
gonna
out.
be a weird TV person, just let it be Anders.
Yeah. He was literally on Russian television.
Yeah. Just lean into
MSNBC
it.
anchors will say.
It's like, yes, I was.
No,
Yes,
I will
I
not.
was.
I will not be eligible yet.
He's addicted to something called kratom.
President Anders Lee here.
Yeah.
I'll be eligible.
He only does like a kilo a month of kratom.
Is that all?
Probably more. for being
I've
honest.
I've seen you carrying around those jars.
Dude, we
Yeah.
fucking did those
Go
debate
through it.
shows, and you did like a fucking 40 a kratom. That was the most insane thing I've ever seen.
It was
Yeah,
way
like
more than
under-
that.
like,
It was like one of those pickle jars you get from Costco.
Yeah, that was. I got it from Brooklyn Kava, and they ran out of. Usually, they have plastic growlers, and they were out of them, so they just gave me a mason jar, like a big ass mason jar.
Oh,
Here,
is that?
you're an addict.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Okay, but I don't really drink. Actually, maybe I will have a drink tonight.
It's Jake's birthday.
I
It's
guess I have to.
literally Jake's birthday.
All right.
So we gotta have a
Yeah.
drink. I'll go get him. I
Okay.
gotta pee.
You know him and Doug are having a carafe of liquor.
But
But would you run as a Democrat?
that's a good question.
Ooh.
that I don't.
Will
I
you
don't think I-
endorse the People's Party?
Well, you and
Actually, you know what? There is not an insignificant chance that I would be able to be nominated by the Movement for a People's Party.
There
that
you go.
is
Go the other way.
Definitely someone who would nominate and run someone from the RT network.
okay. So wait, if you're the president, imagine that you're the president. What can you do? What is possible?
You
Can
could
you suck your own? Is this Tim Platt?
on day one. Well, this is what the American Prospect has been doing, is just going through all the laws and looking at up stuff that is just already on the books and that the president could do on day one if they really wanted to. And if Biden wanted to, right now, he could give everybody Medicare because we're in a pandemic.
Yeah.
But like emergency powers?
Well, not even that. It's under the Social Security Act. There's, if an environmental health hazard, you're allowed to give free healthcare or Medicare to everybody who's exposed to it. So this happened actually in Libby, Montana, because there was a vermiculite mine that gave people asbestos poisoning, and so everybody in Libby, Montana has Medicare, even though they're not all 65. So you could do that with COVID because of COVID. You could cancel all student debt. You could bring the troops home from. You could close all our overseas bases.
Sure.
But
Like-
so all I got to do is get myself poisoned with asbestos. So I can do that.
I know that I can do that.
Yeah,
This wall and probably make it happen.
let's do it as a protest. Yeah.
Andrew's first
Check
night as
that.
president. The purge is passed. All crime is legal.
Maybe if I fuse myself with asbestos, I'll become like the anti-Biden since he's got like paint in his veins and shit.
Right.
Interesting.
But I feel like if you did that shit,
Asbestos, the opposite of paint.
Well, just guys that are made of mostly building materials finally fighting
like Sean.
house. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be using rebar mostly.
Thank you, Kenzo. Here's something I was thinking about today. If Bernie had gotten this and we were having to watch them like begrudgingly do a Bernie like inauguration ceremony, what bands do you think he would have gotten? Because it wouldn't be this bullshit. It wouldn't
Bootsy.
Oh, that would be sick.
You'd have the Strokes, man.
It would be Bootsy Collins.
Kick ass.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying Boots Riley.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying too.
Oh well. Oh yeah, it'd be the
Him
coup.
too. Yeah, that. They just have the picture of their 9/11 album.
We got the guillotine.
Yeah.
Look. I mean, you're in an uphill battle for most of your political career if you're running as Bernie Sanders. But the one thing you do not have to struggle with is like a cool band once you win.
Yeah, everyone would be playing. It would be like a 3-day. It would be just be Coachella.
It would be awesome.
Libcella.
He doesn't know
Libcella.
music at all, but his like people that work for him do clearly.
Yeah. He's like whatever the kids like.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He does like music though. He did that weird jazz album.
It'd be funny if he just like the poem was his erotica. Like,
Yeah, a woman likes to be held and fucked.
He's personally reading it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I'm president. What are you gonna do? I'll have you murdered.
They definitely would need to do it under a glass dome, though, because there'd be some accidents, some uh-ohs.
I would hope that it would just be like Bernie Sanders would be also the announcer. He wouldn't have like a MC like Klobuchar announcing everything. He would just also be going and be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Andre," and it's just running through the hallway smashing shit.
host it the way Rodney Dangerfield used to host.
Yeah,
shows.
exactly.
Modern stand-up is there's like a host and it's just some rando, and then there's a headliner. But the old guys, the old like Catskills guys, the most famous guy came out and was like, "Hey, well, thanks for coming out tonight. You know, I got some friends gonna love him," and that would be Bernie just in like a weird smoking jacket and shit.
Right. They're all the.
He's got his like, beret on.
There are a lot of those great clips of him introducing.
Yeah, you like him, don't you?
There are all those clips of him introducing bands at his rallies, and he's like, let me think Slightly Stupid."
Oh yeah, Soccer Mommy and shit. There was one that was really
Soccer
funny.
Mommy.
Lucy Dawkins.
Yes, I appreciate you,
Thank you.
leftover crack.
Yeah.
Thank you, the Pixid Jeans, for joining us. The Diarrhea
man.
Planets, great band.
I hope I get to play a Bernie rally someday.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
bad news for you. I don't know if it's happening again.
I mean, in theory, he would be, he would probably run for a second term if he had one this time. So maybe he could run again.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. I hope he just.
I don't know about that.
I mean, the thing about Bernie Sanders that is so disappointing is that instead of like continuing to try and do anything of like, encouraging all of the people who wanted him to be president to like, because he said, I remember specifically like when he was in Brooklyn, he was like, "I'm going to be the organizer in chief."
Right.
And it's like, well, why can't you just organize now? Just get on Twitch and organize. Like, you don't have to be the president.
Thank you for the sub.
I mean, like, do you know how many people would watch that? Discourse is doing it right now, and they have 45,000 people watching. It's like CNN.
What the
Who is Discourse?
Bernie's probably
Discourse
tired.
blog.
Like, I feel like he really blew his wad with running for president twice.
That is a quick way. I crowdfunded for a short film once, and I feel like I can't do that again. I can't imagine if you run for president 2 times that you have much more room to blow after.
Well, I think we
I
are
am
going to
asking
see
you.
some of that pretty soon. I think COVID has kind of put a hamper on that. But when he was running for president, he was doing strike solidarity stuff.
Absolutely. And he should I would just still be doing that.
Yeah, I would like to think he will be, but maybe I'm wrong. But if he doesn't, then I think there's still going to be people advocating that and pushing.
I
that.
am
I don't see
chaining
why.
myself to an oak in the middle of downtown.
I don't know why he wouldn't do that, but it could be he's just sucked into being the budget chair, which is going to be entertaining watching him.
Yeah. So you guys are wonks. What does that mean? What powers does he have?
He can hold hearings.
Does he make the budgets, or what does he do?
Well, the budget has to go through him now, so that's a good thing. He's not just a little vote on the committee. He's like, well, I guess he could be. No, I guess he. I'm not totally sure how it works, but I guess you could probably outvote him, but he, decides the hearings and he has a lot of extra say over legislation, and he decides the staff for the budget committee. So instead of neoliberal deficit hawks, he's going to put maybe some MMT people, for better or worse. But
does he pick lunch? Does he do catering?
We all have gefilte fish,
right?
And that's how it is.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing where it's going to push back spending. They're going to be spending less on the regular fancy food and some gefilte fish. Yeah.
But I mean, will he be able to be like, oh, looks like there's $7 trillion in here for war? No, we're not doing that.
No.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm sorry to be that bitch.
But I think that goes back to the broader movement, which I hope. I guess I don't know, but I would hope he still maintains a connection with the people who supported his campaigns, and he mobilizes them around that.
I'm using the budget to buy another coat. People keep being mean to me about my coat.
They're being very naughty and very mean, very salty.
Yeah. But starting soon, he is going to have a hearing confirming or not confirming Neera Tanden, and that will, I think, be if he accomplishes
I hear you've
nothing
been
else.
talking shit.
Do you think he'll on her?
I hope so. I mean, he.
Well, looks like the shit is on the other ass.
He might. I mean, he was asked about it in a New York Times piece, and he said, "Let's not worry about Neera yet. Let me think about that later."
Oh, I like that.
But so that kind of makes it seem like he'll be a little more hardcore. But knowing him, he could just decide it's not worth it and punt.
I
which would be
cannot imagine
disappointing.
being helpful at all at like 84 years old. Can you? I mean, I would just hedge on everything at that point. I don't know.
No, I have the exact opposite opinion, because if you're 84 years old, you should just be you have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you should just be full on, like, just be a pain in everyone's ass all of the time.
It just seems boring to be that guy, though. Like, I understand ideologically you want to be that guy, but do you want to do like ayahuasca in a cabin or something?
Well, he can leave anytime he wants.
Well, he wants the other ayahuasca alternative, get elected president. He's nothing to lose. He might as well primary Biden.
The other ayahuasca alternative. That's what we call it.
It probably feels crazy. It probably makes you come and shit.
Yeah.
It probably
Ayahuasca?
makes you come.
Becoming president, I just think psychologically the power trip that they're on while we're watching them and they're like crying and shit. We're like, oh, they're so moved. No, it's because they're like, I'm controlling the fucking world. Holy shit,
I have a nuclear bomb in my pants.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really, I would never want to be president, but my fantasy was always win a Super Bowl. But everything I hear,
Football guy?
yeah, in another life, I'm an NFL quarterback. But
Interesting.
when I see interviews with them, they're always like, most of the time, they're like, yeah, we won. And I was up there and it was like, is this it?
Yeah.
There's kind of an emptiness that comes with winning the Super Bowl.
Sure.
And maybe the presidency is the same, but maybe I feel like it just has to be really intense.
Like
You know,
there's
it
nothing
can't
I
be-
have to crush after this.
Yeah,
It's
you're
probably a huge drop.
Except for the state.
Yeah.
right.
But that's the thing. I wouldn't want to be president unless I could destroy America. That's the only thing to do at that point.
Uh-huh.
It's a tough sell, but it's what the people want.
They want it. All
Right.
they want is to see the country brought to its knees.
We need a
Goddamn America. That's in the Bible.
God damn
It's in
America.
killing innocent people. He should run for president. He should run against Kamala.
Oh, Reverend Wright.
That would rule. That guy is awesome.
I'm just a small town mayor.
But if we could do a quick horse race thing, and it is too early to talk about this stuff, but why not? It's around
Hey,
inauguration
it's
day.
Jake's birthday somewhere.
It's Jake's birthday.
Joe Biden is running.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
He's running.
I saw a report that said it looks like he's going to run for re-election. So what do you think is better for the
Hilarious.
left? Him running for re-election and someone primarying him, or Kamala getting sort of what's the word? Anointed. What's the better for if somebody
minute.
a social democrat wanted to squeeze in there?
Biden is going to run again?
According to Politico,
That's crazy.
They
I thought he
s-
said he was going to do like a one term.
Well, he kept
I mean, he's
not
alive.
answering
Like, I'm sure he went back on it. He also said he's going to give me $2,000.
yeah.
Yeah.
According to Chris Coons, who is a Democrat in Delaware, he said he's planning to run again. He knows we are in the middle of an absolute turning point, a pivot point in American history. He's up for the challenge, but I don't think he'll be alive. He's
Yeah,
so
I think he
old.
will die.
I hope
I think
so.
he'll start a war with China and die. That's my swish.
Yeah,
And then we can all become Chinese agents. Wouldn't that be
nothing
a
but
fun twist?
Chinese net.
Dunking for Mao.
I mean, that's a possibility too. Is he dies and Kamala becomes president and is awful at it, and her popularity just
Yeah.
tanks.
So my like sort of 6-way parlay bet would be Joe Biden dies before the 2nd year mark.
Okay.
It's a bold call, and I support it.
The Democrats lose the Senate
Okay.
and maybe the House too.
Because
Kamala,
they didn't do anything.
because
right?
they don't do anything.
We're all counting on them not doing anything, no matter who is in charge, right? That's a given.
Everyone knows that.
They have it right now. You know? Because
Is Kim Stanley Robinson in this chat?
Stanley, are you here? And then I think that Kamala will be very unpopular for doing nothing and not making anything better. Q will become a weird religious cult.
Yeah.
And a lot of them will run for Republicans. There'll be a lot more Q people in the House and Senate. And then it will be between Kamala and somebody brand new who, someone who's like sort of like a DSA type person who's like a soc dem kind of person who's elevated to presidential primarying Kamala.
New AOC.
New AOC. I don't think it'll be any of them, but it'll be like a new
Because it's
person.
4 years. There's a
I
lot of
hope
musical
it's-
chairs.
Okay.
I really hope it is the mayor of Jackson, Chokwe Lumumba.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't know that guy.
That sounds great.
He's well, Jackson is where they have Cooperation Jackson, which is like basically they're kind of taking over the city with mutual aid stuff.
Yeah,
And
they're
he's-
actually.
Is
they're
there
building-
is
Do
it
you see that kind of person running for president, though?
Well, here's the thing. Not until a couple years ago, I wouldn't have said so. But Pete Buttigieg was a mayor, and ran for president.
Well, he was also
What's
a
to stop-
CIA agent.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a
But
good
that-
point.
Yeah, but that talking point, I think they would be they wouldn't be able to use because you could
He
just
had
point
high
out.
hopes for a living for like some time, and
I
that
don't
did-
know about
he got
that.
money from that.
Where you're saying like, oh, they won't be able to use a talking point because it proves because they would be being a hypocrite or whatever. That like never stops them from anything.
No.
They just shut up and then they just form the whatever the fucking narrative is.
Well, then who cares? Why not run this guy if he's got the best? Well, he has the best politics, and he's exactly what Bernie was not, which was a black person from the South. And that doesn't mean he's going to cruise to victory in South Carolina or whatever. But he's I think as good an option as any if something actually happens on this. It could just be nobody runs.
That would be a huge boon for this guy who's definitely not going to run. But
Yeah.
here's what we know will happen, which is the Democrats are not going to do anything, and then everyone is going to be very mad at them in the span of a year. There's going to be a big, crazy midterm, and then who knows the development after that? And then we're at 2024.
New pandemic.
New pandemic, a war of
Pandemic
some
two.
kind, some
Yeah.
kind of like nightmare Patriot Act plus kind of situation.
I think
And
that,
then Q president. I put my money on Q president.
Okay.
but I don't know who it could be. Like who? There's nobody.
You know, at the
who-
end of a JRPG where you like are past what the main villain looks like for most of the game, and you get the same version of them, but they have no skin and they're like floating and they have wings.
Yeah,
That's like what we're gonna get.
the Q shaman, but with
Yeah, it's
like
actually Q though. Like it's Q
Yeah.
has come out and he's the president.
And
Roger
it's Banksy.
Stone. Yeah.
It would be cool if you ran for president, but the entire time was still like anonymous. So they
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
He has
the
a
mask
guy
and the
A
voice
road
changer.
citizen. Yeah, he has like the robot voice changer.
He
and
has
stuff.
he has to literally change his name legally to Q Anonymous. But no one knows who he is yet, or she or they. We
and
don't know.
it's Q from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
I've been playing a
I
game
will
with you,
not
America.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for a living.
Oh,
I am hoping though.
I could do it. Hold on. I've been playing a game.
oh, very nice.
So, Mr. Q, what is your platform?
I'm gonna get fucked up on poppers, and then I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want.
Mr. Q, what is your point of view on abortion?
Obviously, Jake.
I mean,
That's how we
JFK
find out Q's identity.
Yeah, thank you,
He just fucks up the mixer.
Shit.
JFK Jr. was definitely pro-abortion, so I guess.
Seriously, guys, one of you stole my fucking bike. Who was it? I'm the fucking president.
The storm is definitely coming. Just hang on.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Fuck, hold on. I almost have something. Abortion is the ultimate assassination of the deep state. Does this work? I don't know. Deep state, because it's in the.
The swamp
All
is a
right.
pussy.
I gotta do
It's coming together. I'm gonna put it back.
Pussies
Q,
feel like a
Mr.
swamp.
Q. Mr. Q, will you unify the country?
I don't know what I don't even know enough about QAnon to be doing this character. 'cause
Yeah.
We'll cycle back.
you know,
Yeah, okay.
Need
what
more
is
time for
Q's point of
research.
view as the character? I don't even.
Well, that's the big problem with
It's-
QAnon. It's just that
really tough.
it's that everyone in the Democratic Party is a pedophile and an evil sorcerer, and that Trump is gonna kill them all.
They're all about saving the children,
But
right?
then what
That's
is-
their
Yeah.
thing.
All we know about them, according to the now former president, is they're very against pedophilia. And I don't know about all of you, but I'm also against pedophilia.
I'm also not.
I'm for it.
I, for one, am against it. But I do feel like I was talking on Ballin' Out Super with, I think, David Twitty a few days ago, and he was like, or maybe it was Katie, and she was like, okay, so if they're against pedophilia, how come they don't take a big stand against ICE, who lost all those children? It's like, because they don't really fucking care about that.
Yeah, they don't
It's just
really
a
care
label they
about
do on the killing
child.
campaign, which is the real showcase.
Yeah, they just hate.
Yeah.
White
Democrats.
supremacists use that oh, I gotta get these kid fucking immigrants for everything. That's like a placeholder. No one actually
Right.
cares about kids, unfortunately, for the kids. It's just a
Yeah.
thing to show, like, I'm, against the most evil people of all time or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
It's the one issue where no one is like,
It's a way
well,
to
wait
paint
a minute, you know?
It's
like-
just rebranded anti-Semitism. They're just
yeah,
like,
yeah. It's like Jews
Nobody's
eating
gonna
babies.
read the Elders of Zion anymore. We gotta,
Yeah.
we gotta put something else
You
out.
just gotta post this.
I am not a pedophile. Why are you saying I'm a pedophile?
Don't-
Who said that you is a pedophile?
Don't say that.
Oh, hold on. Q drop coming soon. New one.
Just the president coming on air being like, first of all, if you didn't vote, shut the fuck up.
Q, Mr. Q, will you have any pets in the White House?
Spiders.
Oh, great.
I love those chicks with tattoos and shit.
Whoa, Q is spooky.
Yeah. Q's got the goth vote.
Yeah, on lock.
I'm a big Katie Goth.
All the TikTok witches are going crazy for Q.
It's corpse husband. Oh, that would be cool.
All right. Unfortunately, guys, I got to go edit another show, so I'm gonna leave. Jake,
right.
I give
I'm-
you my birthday love.
Thanks, man.
I'm very hungry. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
you guys
and,
want to wind this down? I think I'm gonna go start making a giant bowl of liquor punch.
cool.
Woo! For what?
I
For just
recommend
yourself?
Get fucked up with my roommate for my birthday.
Doug will
Self-care.
be there. His friend Doug.
It's so sad because I'm like 3 blocks away from your house.
Stay away.
I'd probably come over.
I really want to come over, but we'll get tested and then we'll hang out.
Okay. Hit me up in the chat or something. I don't want to give directions to my house on the internet. I have a
No,
lot of
I
it.
know how to get to your house.
All
right.
And, Bryn and I are going to be streaming tomorrow as well.
That's right.
yeah, what
for a,
time?
let's call it a debate. Let's try to
Yeah, let's debate.
make it seem like it's more contentious than it is.
Yeah,
Sure, we
me
can do
and
that.
me and Anders have slight disagreements on electoralism and certain things about the Democratic Party, but it's going to be a fiery debate.
Right.
Yes.
Are you
One
guys
of
gonna
them will
talk
be
about-
made a whipped dog by the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You're a dog.
Should we stay on? Should
Man,
we stay
I
on
wish
and
I
read
knew that
Oz
before.
stories?
I forgot I had this thing.
We can do that later.
I would stay on and do something besides read Oz stories. I mean, I do still want to hear a lot from Mr. Q, but if
Well,
he's got to go make a punch,
Yeah, we'll submit
It's
written
Mr. Q's
questions.
birthday.
It's my birthday.
I'm going to get wasted.
White girl wasted.
I'm so fucked up.
I'm so sad. Okay. Thanks,
All right.
guys. Talk to you
right.
later.
Yeah. Hey, if
Happy
you're
birthday.
Thank you. If you're a streamer, I think so. You sub to us. If you sub to shit, do that to us because I think it's how we start making money. And then
That's
I've
right.
got like badges and shit coming soon. I think I'm gonna work with the guys who made Tonight We Riot to make our like cool emotes and shit.
Cool
So,
Hell
badges.
yeah.
stuff is coming soon, but we have to make it.
Oh, yeah. Go to my stream, too. It's twitch.tv/dullcare.
There you go.
And follow me. All right.
All right.
Follow Brit.
Yeah, I'm gonna
everybody.
call it here. I'm gonna go party. Okay, thanks guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out.
Yep.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
See you later. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, I have to actually leave. Okay. Thanks to everybody on this stream for hanging out. See you later.